episode. This is our Perfectly Imperfect series, and I am here today with the team from Jewel Luxe. I'd like to introduce myself. I am Marie, and I'll be your host today. And our beautiful creator here, Janine. Go ahead and give us a little background.
Hi, I'm Janine from Jewel Luxe. We're in beautiful Southern California, and we can't wait to share our knowledge and our expertise with you.
Yeah, I know nothing about diamonds. I've told you guys that, so you're gonna help me out a little bit today. There apparently are more than one. This is very surprising to many people out there. So,
yeah, there's a huge range of what's available. Huge.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm wearing a couple of your diamonds here today, and we'll attach links at the bottom so you can see them a little bit better. But I'll show you. So I referred to this one as a. I was just like, I don't know, it's like a triangle or something, and I didn't even get the shape right. So can you tell me?
You're close. It's two triangles, but they're not divided in the middle. This one's called a kite shape. It falls into the category of our geometric diamonds.
Yes.
And it's very sharp, very geometric, very avant-garde.
It's very pretty, and it's a stackable ring, which I've fallen in love with stackable rings lately because I can wear them according to my mood. Some days I'll wear a band on numerous fingers, or I'll stack them together, or I'll flip it. There's a lot of different ways to wear these. So
yeah, and you don't have to stick to the same color metal. You can mix it with yellow. You can mix it with white, rose gold, silver, a thick band, a hammered band, something with really unique texture.
I know
really cool.
You have a gorgeous stackable ring as well.
I do have a cool stack.
Let's try this. So this one, you can see right here, there's two bands, and it's really beautiful. And on this other side, there is a more traditional band.
So this one is called, because it has a point, it's a chevron band.
This is a chevron band.
And you can wear it by itself, or you can stack it up.
Stack it up.
The other one is a little bit curved, and that's more of a traditional wedding band. It fits with a lot of different pieces.
The rubies are gorgeous. I'm still learning about all of them, but there's some really pretty options out there.
Yeah, I love gemstones too. So there's like a huge amount of focus on diamonds, but gemstones are just amazing. I just love them.
Yeah, there's a huge variety, and I know you guys have a Mother's Day promo coming up soon, and we'll kind of we'll again attach links because it's a little harder to see how gorgeous these gemstones are, but we'll walk you through a couple of those. And I just wanted to point out the other ring that I'm wearing has a yellow diamond. I didn't know what is
it. This is more of a traditional ring. It is an oval, fancy light yellow diamond that's bezel set with a diamond halo, but it's amazing.
So the thing that I was most impressed with is that this is the childproof ring, because it's low profile. This is not okay for children.
No,
it's very stabby. But this one, like when you touch the top, it's very smooth. And that's actually the main reason I don't wear a lot of rings, is because children, I have them, and I don't want to hurt them with stabby things. So we're going to go into the birthstones a little bit more next week, but for right now, you have quite a few options here. Can you tell me a little bit about what kind of stones you put on here? What would you recommend for your customers?
I designed this line just so it was really affordable. So we have the birthstones. This is Garnet that she's showing right now, which is the birthstone of January, and I don't have any February in here, but I have March. And I have the light aquamarine, and then I have a darker aquamarine. And they are the priciest of the collection because they're, the gemstones are just pricier. That's all I can tell you. They're not created equal in price. And there's a peridot, which is the birthstone of August.
Yeah.
Gorgeous lime green.
Yeah.
And this is tanzanite. It's a periwinkle blue. sort of purple blue.
And this is the December one you said?
That's the new gem, the new birthstone for December. And here's the traditional old one, which is, I don't know if you can see that. It's zircon. Mm-hmm. And I have a peach color zircon and a clear color zircon.
Pretty.
Very high refractive index, so it's really sparkly. Yeah. And this is really favorite.
This is my favorite.
Whoops.
As of yesterday. Moonstone.
This is a gray moonstone.
A gray moonstone. I very naively assumed I did not like moonstones because I only knew of one, and it was just because, you know, the lighter color just doesn't quite work with my color tone, personal preference and all. And then Janine introduced the gray gemstone, moonstone. So
yeah, it's called Labradorite, and it's found in Canada, in Labrador, hence the name Labradorite. But it's gorgeous, and they all have that magical glow when it hits the right light.
No,
it has a magical blue or purple glow.
It's very
they're gorgeous. And they're very popular, and they go with everything. You can wear it with your jeans, or you can dress it up and you know, go on a wonderful date with your husband.
Yeah. So for anyone looking for a Mother's Day present, or just, you know, an anniversary present or anything, or just, you know, if you're really enjoying this webisode, you can always get this for me.
Yeah, I'll make one for you.
You know, they're a lot of fun. It's learning about the different types of stones and everything. Now, primarily today, we got on this webinar, this webisode, to talk about the perfectly imperfect salt and pepper diamonds. So I knew nothing as when I first met you. I had seen them, but I didn't know anything about it. I just, again, I assumed there was one kind of diamond. So
they are very, very popular.
Yeah. And let's see. So I had a couple questions for you, and I wanted to see if you can help me out. So what's the, recap the history a little bit about the salt and pepper diamonds and where they came from.
Well, these rustic diamonds, they fall into the rustic category because they're not your mainstream diamond, your traditional clear faceted diamonds. These have eye visible inclusions, white or black, hence salt and pepper name. And the way the light, the positioning of them and the way the light hits them, it looks like you're looking into the galaxy. And they're so mesmerizing, and the girls, they just love them. Well, not only girls, but mostly girls love them.
Yeah.
And they've been popular. Well, they kind of first hit the market about 10 years ago. Not that many people have them, and the traditional jewelers have no clue what they are and how to work with them. Yeah. I'm just really fortunate to have established dealers that I've been working with for over 30 years. And, you know, they came to me, and I said I wanted something imperfect and something interesting and affordable. And that's why I switched really from doing the traditional diamonds to these beautiful galaxy, full of personality, unique pieces. And then I can design different things that I can tailor it to whatever you want, whatever design that you like. If you're really active, then, you know, I can totally encrust it with gold and sink it in there and make it super durable. Or if you like the minimalist look, I can, you know, make it very delicate, and yeah, we can beef it up with little diamonds on the sides or gemstones. Yeah. There's a lot that we can do with it.
Yeah, and I honestly, I had no idea this was there, but now that I know about it, I couldn't help but do a lot of Google searching, and there's so many different options. And you'd mentioned that there are some that are clear up to being extremely dark, and there's just a large variety of choices there. So it's really important to have a jeweler, to have somebody that you can talk to help figure out exactly what you're looking for, the sizing, and the color and everything. So, and the setting, all of that. So now I'd like to get re-engaged so we can do this all over again. So feel free to tell my husband.
All right.
Or 10 years tomorrow. So, you know,
congratulations.
Gotta get that bling.
We'll hook you up. I know a jeweler.
So I do understand, because this is a very non-traditional diamond. It's something that has to be classified in a different way. And congrats, by the way, getting ahead of the curve, because apparently
thanks.
it's super popular now.
It's very popular.
Started it. It was all her.
I would like to say that I did, but I think I was one of the pioneers, but I'm not sure that I was the original pioneer.
We're just going to claim it.
Okay.
So this is on the internet now, so it's true.
It must be factual.
It's totally factual.
Totally.
So what's the classification system? I mean, it seems like it'd be kind of all over the place.
Yeah, well, it's a diamond, so it falls into the 4 C's.
Yeah.
Color, which the color, all diamonds have different colors. They range from colorless, having no trace elements, to yellow, pink, brown, gray. And those the coloring has to do with the trace elements or the kind of inclusions that are present. So yeah, that's the color. The clarity, which is the 2nd C, not in that order. There's no particular order. But the clarity, you have the imperfections that are eye visible or non-eye visible, and the amount of them kind of determine the value. So the more inclusions you have and the more prominent they are, you know, it goes to the value of the diamond. It sets the value of the diamonds.
Does it get more expensive, or?
Actually, it gets less expensive the more inclusions there are present. But then that's kind of shifting, because if there's really rare inclusions, interesting patterns, then it's more desirable and it becomes more valuable.
Yeah.
So in the salt and pepper, the salt refers to the white inclusions. There's like colorless inclusions, and there's white cloudy inclusions, and then there's black inclusions, which we call pepper or PK.
Yeah.
And that's hence the name salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Nice. So with salt and pepper diamonds, you mentioned inclusions. There are inclusions, I assume, this is the first time I'm hearing that word. So I'm assuming that's kind of like the artist's design. Every diamond has like what's an inclusion exactly?
Oh, an inclusion is the broad term for the imperfections.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that has to do with the clarity of the diamond. And then, to continue on, the other C's, the cut, that refers to the shape of the stone. So you have rounds, more traditional shapes, rounds, pears, marquise, emerald cuts, and also you have the type of cut. So there's the brilliant cut, which is your traditional diamonds are mostly brilliant cuts. And so they'll cut a certain shape, a pear shape, in a brilliant cut. So they call that a pear brilliant. Or you'll find most of these salt and pepper diamonds, or a lot of them, are rose cuts. And rose cuts have a dome, faceted dome, which is kind of raised and flat on the back. So you have a larger look. You have a larger look. Yeah. So a 2-carat diamond can look like a 4-carat traditional brilliant cut in a rose cut. Yeah. And the other C is carat weight. So that is the actual weight of each diamond. And then we throw it on the scale, and yeah, they're available from the tiniest little diamond that you could barely see into, huge.
So that's a really interesting point about the weight and how they shape it to make it look bigger. Girls, are you paying attention to this in case you're getting, you're like,
drop it. Yeah.
It looks big. But
I need a band with that.
Compare the back of your little cheat sheet.
One thing I want to mention is the brilliant cut on the salt and pepper diamonds. It gives it a little bit more brilliance because the light will go in and it'll disperse off of the dimensions of the stone, the cutting arrangements, and the light will go in and it'll bounce off the inclusions too. It'll give you that galaxy look.
So that's so cool. And when you think about the history of diamonds and going from trying to get it as perfect as possible, which would be your highest cost, perfect, perfect, large, whatever cut's most popular at the time, all the way until now where we're actually celebrating the unique differences in the diamonds and also becoming less wasteful, because from what I understood, these were just trash diamonds. These were like, but not good enough. Not good enough. Yeah. Throw it away.
They snub their nose at it and just put it aside for industrial use.
Yeah, but I mean, they are quite gorgeous, and we'll have links to all the jewelry on the website. And
please come and check it out and send us your questions.
Yeah, so you can get a hold of us anywhere from Instagram, Etsy, Facebook. It's JewelLux. That's JEWELLUXE. JewelLux.
JewelLux, yeah. And for new subscribers,
and an E.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that you sign up for the JewelLux Club, become a Luxer, and you'll get a little discount on the website. And also in the coming months, I understand we're going to be sending out emails that will show them what's up and coming. So I know Janine here is always working on new designs, and she has quite a variety of options that aren't even posted yet. Thank you guys for joining us today for our first ever webisode for the Perfectly. Yay! Next week, same time, we will be doing an episode on birthstones with Mother's Day coming up. I know that my mother would be thrilled to have a birthstone of my birthday or hers.
Or everyone's.
Or everyone's. Hey, that's 7 kids. You get a good sale there.
We can do that.
So, tell us a little bit about your shipping for Mother's Day.
So for Mother's Day, it's really important to start placing your orders. And if you can, try to submit it before the first week of May so that you can get it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's really important to submit as soon as possible.
Yeah.
That means that you're pretty gift,
Yeah, we'll dig into that a little bit more next week. And we'll explain, like, I don't even know, there's like so many different birthstones if you look at different calendars, and it's very confusing. So I'm gonna ask Google, but then I'll ask you guys too.
And to change it. So
thank you, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.